Hi, so this is my first time using Screencast-O-Matic, so excuse me if this is weird. Or please comment on how I can improve. I should explain that. Alright, so here I am on my Kahoot.com presentation. I have some music playing in the background, so after I watched a couple of other presentations, I found the silence a little awkward. So in order to avoid that awkwardness, I thought you guys might like to listen to some music in the background. If it gets to be too distracting, I will not do this in the future, so you'll see. All right, on the task, I'm going to go ahead and enter the address of this website. The Kahoot.it is what will come up if you just start to type. That's not what you want to start with. You want to start with Get Kahoot. So you can have Google look for it for you just by Googling Get Kahoot up there in the Omnibox. It's going to bring you to this site. This is exactly where you want to start, not on the Kahoot.it site, and you'll see that. All right, so if you have an account already, and awesome, that's great. Go ahead and sign in. If you don't, you want to get a free account, this is where you'll click. It's going to ask you, are you a student, a teacher? And it doesn't matter what you answer, you're allowed to do, it doesn't matter. It's not going to not allow you to have an account or not. I'm just going to pretend, I'm a student. I am. At background, I'm also a teacher, but I have a teacher account already. So I would, put my school in there, and then you choose your username, and you put in your email. I'm going to use a different account because, like I said, I already have one, and it's password protected, so that's great. Go ahead and creating my account. All right, I'm in. So this is exactly what it will look like. It shows your username up here. You saw that you had to enter your email, so you will be getting an email from Kahoot, and it's also kind of nice because periodically they send tips through that email as well. So what we're going to do is play the intro quiz, and you can do that by clicking here. However, I want to do it through showing you how to search for a public Kahoot, because as people, as educators and other people are creating these Kahoots, they're adding them to this public forum. As you can see up here, there's nearly 350,000 Kahoots created. So that's pretty exciting. I encourage you to create your own Kahoots and make them public so that other educators could use them, so this organization can grow. Kahoot's been around for about 2 years, and it's been growing, and I expect it to continue to do so. It's really user-friendly, and it's great. The kids love it, and teachers love it too. So let's go ahead and look through the public forum. And you can search. I think this is one of the areas that needs improved the most. I think hopefully in the future you'll be able to search by standard or grade level. Right now it's just title, subject, tag, or username. So that's a little, that's a little hard to search with those. But I like to search, for the most plays, because then you see, obviously, if it has the most plays, that it's a good one. So this one, the Kahoot intro quiz, has the most plays, which is not a surprise. But if you look down at the other ones, brand names, logos, cartoon characters, so those are kind of more fun rather than educational. There's a Frozen one down here, and trivia, things like that. But as you go down, you can see the plays are getting lower, only about 3,000 plays on these. Minecraft, states and capitals. It's great though. The one feature I really like is that you can preview the quiz rather than just playing it. So when you preview it, you're going to click over there on the preview, the little magnifying glass, opens up this window, and you can click here to preview. This gives you the exact experience that the students will have, but you don't have to go through the business of getting a different device and entering it, and you'll see what I mean as we go along. I'm going to turn off the music now because we're going to be getting into this quiz. So the quiz will open up, and they're showing you this device. You can use any device. You can use an iPad, an iPod, you can use your iPhone, you can use Android tablets, you can use a PC. I haven't come across a device that you can't use yet, so you can definitely use a lot of different platforms. So the game pin is what makes this game individual to me or my students, however I want to use it. So when you get this game pin, it means you've launched your Kahoot. So then the students are going to use this website, the Kahoot.it. They're going to go to that website and it'll look just like this screen does here. It'll change colors, the kids love it. And they have to enter the game pin. And so their screen will look over here, the same thing. They'll enter the game pin in here and click enter. Then it'll ask for their nickname. Now, I'm not too fond of that part either. I wish they would just say name. I don't let the kids use a nickname yet because I'm just starting to learn all these students' names. I'm in 2 schools and I have to memorize K through 5, 2 different classrooms for each grade level often, and I don't need nicknames to clog up my brain. So I just ask them to use their name, and then you hit join game. Once you do that, your name, whoever joins the game, will show up here, and it also starts to count the players. It's really great when you're in a class of like 20 and you have all these students entering the game and you can just see their names popping up, and it actually makes a pop sound too. And you say to the teacher, how many kids are in your room today, if maybe it's someone absent, and they tell you, oh, we have 20 here today. So when you get to 20 that you can start the game. Now because I'm just doing a preview and it's just me, I'm going to hit start now because I'm the only one playing. And then it gives you the little entry. Usually you can play a video here or an image. So here's question 1. What is a Kahoot? On this part of the screen, that music is a little annoying. You can leave it on. The kids love it. I'm going to turn it down for us for right now. And you can see that I have a timer right now. I only have 15 seconds to answer this question. But I want to talk about the fact that you can add an image here. You can also put in a video. So here are my options. I got times up because I did not answer the question in the time that I was allowed. But the kids will only see this part on the big screen on your teacher computer or your projection, whatever, however you're using it. Their screen, I didn't get time to show you when it was on there, will just be the 4 quadrants with the answer options and the shape and the color. That's all. They don't have any text on their screen, so they have to pay attention to you. They have to have their eyes up on the board in order to get the question correct. This one you can see they set all the answer options to correct. So let's go to the next question, and again it's just telling you about Kahoot and how great it is and all these great things that it does. So now when we look at the next question, I want you to pay attention to the phone, which is the example of the device that the students have. Well, first they're going to tell me how badly I'm doing. Alright, so question 2, here it comes, and again pay attention over here on this side to the iPhone. And this is all the students see. So they need to look up at the board, they need to listen to the teacher, and read these options in order to get the question correct. So it's asking, how can I join the Kahoot community? It has a picture there to support the text, and all these options are correct except for the orange. I'm going to choose the orange. Oops, wrong. I got it wrong. So this is what the students will see. They'll see you get it wrong, and then they give you advice on how to get that answer correct the next time. I have the option here to re-show the image of the question, so that is nice when you want to review the question with the kids. So you just hit that re-show image after the graph comes up. And the graph's awesome when you have more than one player because it'll show you, if the kids really know what they're doing, if they really understand the content. Here's another one. I'm still losing. All right, so question 3. How do you create your first Kahoot? Obviously, they've got a couple answer options there. I think find a good title is correct, even though it's not really the best answer. To create your first Kahoot, it's really easy. My first Kahoot I created in about 2 minutes, and I used it with a class 2 minutes later, and it worked perfectly, and the kids loved it. I have noticed on the public forum that some of them are short in length. That's something I'd like to see improve on with Kahoots, that they start to get longer in length because the students are so engaged. I'd like to keep them that way. Alright, so how do you personalize your Kahoot? There's definitely a lot of ways you can personalize it. You've seen already that I turned off the music. I didn't like that. You can turn off the timer as well. You can add a picture or video. You can award points or not, which is sometimes a great thing. The points are awarded for how quickly you answer the questions, as well as if you get it right or not, or correct or not. Obviously, you cannot paint the screen, so that's the wrong answer, and I didn't answer in time again. I really need to get back on task. Let me show that image again, just in case. All right, I need to really start listening. Stop talking so much. So my score is pretty low right now. It's nice, too, that the questions have such a high value of points. You can change that as well. That's another customization option. Also, you can change its haircut, no, but you can judge the difficulty, choose your audience, and you can describe it for other Kahooters. So that's really nice customization options as well. Finally doing well. The next question, this has 10. I like how it tells you how many questions you are in for as well, because that can help you with your pacing and your timing. So to share a game, you can do all of those things. You can launch it. You can use any web-enabled device. So all you need is the web, that's it. And then you can have, more than one class join if you want. You can, email a teacher the pin or text them and they can have their class involved as well. Maybe if you have 2 fifth-grade classrooms, you can play the game at the same time from different locations, and that's really exciting for the kids. Who can benefit from Kahoot? I'm sure you can answer those questions. Everyone can. Students, teachers, friends and family, people in business. Everyone can benefit. So any of those are going to be correct. What can I use the results for? It's nice when you get those results in a graph. You can rank the players to motivate them. You can download the detailed results for each player, which is nice if you want to send home a report. And you can find out the number of correct answers to each question, so that can really help you plan your instruction if you see that students are not grasping certain concepts. We're almost done here. What does Kahoot offer you? Hopefully you're starting to understand that it offers real high of motivation for your kids. It focuses them. This is a YouTube clip of a student who gets it right. He's really excited. That's another challenge. It's hard to get them to come back down to earth once the question result is shown. They get so excited. They cheer and they, they look around and want to talk to their friends about who got it right. So that's a classroom management strategy that needs to be definitely handled by the classroom teacher using Kahoot, because these kids just love it. And here's my last question. Of course, now that hopefully all of you are in love with Kahoot as well, you can make sure to spread the word. And I really encourage you to try it. It is extremely simple to get moving on. And I think once you've done a couple with the kids, it's really great to have them create their own Kahoots to share with the class. I think that would be a great way to review for a test. Give each child or maybe groups of students sections of the content so that they can all create their own Kahoots and present them to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and close that window. I'm going to stop our screencast right now because I gave you a nice intro quiz of Kahoot and hopefully you learned something. Thank you so much for listening.